What's going on? What I know about black women comes from black women. I don't sit down with my boys. We don't sit down and have coffee and, come up with our own philosophies and stereotypes about black women, right? Um, I get my information firsthand, um, through conversations that I have, through interactions, through time spent with women, and so forth. Right. That's where I draw my conclusions from. So as a whole, black men like me have better profiles on black women. Right. And I know this to be true simply because we can specify the group of black women that we're talking about. Right? If we're talking about baby mamas, we will specify about baby mamas and we'll talk about baby mamas specifically. Right? If we want to talk about professional black women, right, we will have a conversation speaking about information that pretty much only pertains to professional women. If we're talking about women over 30, we will have information, right, tailored to women over 30 so we can target our audience, right, because we get our information from the sources directly. um, but it's not the same for black women, right? We talk about black women talk about not finding the right type of dude. Well, they don't have a profile for him, right? You don't have a profile. Why? Because you don't want to know it firsthand, right? The women, you can go with Essence, Tyra, all these other women, all these other outlets, right? It's like they all sit down at Starbucks Sunday after church and they come up with what they feel, right, are the qualities of black men, right? And then they throw it out in a book, in a movie, or a TV show, or an interview, and the second they open up their mouth, the second they fail, because they say what? All black men. You never hear them specify. Is he younger? Is he older? What age is he? Where did he grow up? Where did he go to school? What does he do for a living? Did he play sports? Like, they can't specify what segment of black males, you know, who are you talking about? Right? Who are you trying to discuss? Right? So when they make these generalizations, they take the bottom of the bottom, right? And then they throw it out to the world. This is what black males are, and they're experts, right? There'll be some PhD sister, some psychologist, and she has her book about black men. I'm like, did you even talk to black men? Did you even talk to them? Or this is what you just pulled out of thin air, right? And they confront and say what they want to say, but right, if they really did their homework and they did their research, then they should be able to specify who you're talking about. Is he African? Is he firstborn? Is he secondborn? I mean, I can specify, right? There isn't just one cookie cutter image of black women, right? Now there's common, right? We have our common ones, but there's a lot of diversity that we can speak on, but the women can't, right? And it's not about who's right and who's wrong, because it hurts them in the long run, right? The books that they make are for them, right? It's like medicine you're making for yourself, right? It's in your best interest to make sure you have a quality product because you're taking it, right? The Tyra Banks shows, the movies, the books, they're not for me. They're not to help me feel better about myself. It's more so to put me down. They're for them, right? So my thing is, how as a black woman can you say you know black men or have this hate for black men when you can't specify what group you have an issue with? Who you talking about, right? Who you singling out, right? A lot of stuff goes over my head because it doesn't apply to me, so I don't really listen, right? You can't shame me, you can't guilt me into doing anything because I'm not the one you're talking about. I don't cheat, I don't have any kids, so this common rhetoric that you guys throw out doesn't apply to the men that you want. So they're not even listening, and that's the issue, right? So I don't know. Tell me how you feel about the subject. Let me know. Take it easy.